So in today's video, we're going to be talking about spring and summer favorites. This is a very mixed bag. There is a cookbook, a purse, a beverage, skincare, makeup, some personal things. Like, it's just a little bit of everything. I do not do favorites videos very often. I don't know why, because I really had to condense this favorites list down quite a bit because there's several more things I really would like to talk about, but I'll have to save it for a more dedicated like beauty or skincare favorites. Let me know what you're thinking. Get started. Make sure you check down bar, flicks on my social media platforms. Helps with the video if you enjoy it. Subscribe if you're new here. You know you want to. If you're not new here, hey, what's up? How's your mom and them? But other than that, let's officially get started. So I didn't originally want to do anything in any particular order, but I'm thirsty, and therefore I'm going to start with this guy. This is Toppo Chico. Maybe you've been living under a rock or just don't follow me on Instagram. But this is the best beverage in the world. And during the summer in particular, and spring and summer for that matter, I'm sure we're all trying to get a little bit more refreshment in our day. Me personally, this is not sponsored in any way. They should sponsor me. I will be your spokesperson. In fact, I don't buy merch from any company or for anything, but I would totally wear Toppo Chico merch. I'm just being totally honest with you because I freaking love this stuff. I'm a little bit of a weirdo about beverages. I pretty much only drink water. The only exception to that is lemon water. Like, I don't like soda, tea, anything like that. Even when I drink alcohol, which is super rare, it's usually like a vodka soda. In fact, I know everybody makes fun of people who like White Claw, but I kind of like that stuff because it just tastes like water, and that's all I ever want. And, you know, sometimes you can be having a dinner and want something a little bit more effervescent or have a little more body to it than just regular water. Enter Toppo Chico. I freaking love this stuff. It is a mineral water, which, you know, there's tons of different types of mineral water out there. But this one's a little bit different because it is so carbonated. I freaking love this stuff. You can probably get it at any hipster. Like, I get it at a lot of vegan restaurants, usually almost always there. But I get my actual bottles from my house at Kroger. I find them there every time. You can order them on Amazon. If you're like me and you like water and that's about it, this is your new favorite thing because it kind of gives you that experience that I think people enjoy about soda, but it doesn't taste like anything. Oh, it's so good. And like I said, Toppo Chico, contract me in, do something. Like, let's make this happen because I love your product and I post it on Instagram literally all the time. Next is something kind of personal, but I have been obsessed with this thing lately. In fact, I made a whole video about it. If you missed it, I will link it up above or down below. But in terms of favorites, things I'm loving and that I think are really making me have a significantly better spring/summer than ones of years past, it's my journal. This sounds so nerdy. I don't care. But I have been writing in my journal so much lately and really just getting a lot of my feelings and emotions out and kind of documenting this season of life. And it's just been such an awesome tool for really being present and living in the now in a way that I don't think I have been for a very, very long time. This is far from my first journal ever. I will, like I said, watch the journal video that I made because I talk a lot about things that you can do to journal, different ways you can journal, why you should journal. I shared some of my old journals with you guys. Journaling is a huge, huge favorite of mine. Definitely check out the video if you missed it and you're interested in it. But I don't think, like, I'm going on vacation in a few days, like I said, and I'm highly looking forward to sitting on the beach and just writing myself silly. Like, I'm living for that. I have been working with Yes Style off and on all year. In fact, I just got a huge box of Korean makeup. Usually I have a lot of K-beauty skincare, but this is K-beauty makeup, which is something I have a little bit of experience with, but not a ton. Everything I ordered, let me tell you, I was just swatching and playing with it, and I cannot believe how good that makeup is. So there is going to be a video coming up with me trying on and testing all of that stuff. Everything I got is a banger. I can't wait to share it with you guys. But they've also been sending me skincare all year as well, and I could do a whole K-beauty favorites video because I feel like I am so well versed in this subject now. But this is a new brand to me that I haven't talked to you guys about before, and I might butcher the name. It's called Pyeongkang Yul, I think. This stuff is incredible. MetaHeal is one of my favorite skincare lines in the K-beauty space for their moisturizers and the moisturizing toners and stuff. In fact, last year I did a whole sponsored video with them where I talked about their NMF line. I feel like this is kind of like the NMF line. If you enjoyed that, kind of bumped up a little bit. It is a beautiful, highly moisturizing, luxurious product line. I don't know if they have anything outside of this collection in their line. This is the only thing I have experience with, but it's just unbelievable. It's a little too thick. For example, this is the moisture cream for me to wear during the day, but at night, in terms of just wanting like a beautiful emollient, hydrating, just your skin drinks it up type of moisturizer, I don't think you can go wrong with this. This is the Essence Toner, so it's kind of both at the same time. It's both at the same time, but I would say this is going to be something, again, more hydrating. It's not going to be like an acidic BHA, AHA, PHA type of toner. So this is a good step in your routine when you're trying to add more hydration in, but I can't recommend this enough. In fact, like I said, I'm going on vacation in a few days. I'm going with my best friend, and usually when I see her, I'm like, look at all this skincare, try all this stuff. This is something I'm taking with me because I want her to try it so bad. Speaking of skincare, we'll talk a little bit about neck care. I know there is a lot of dispute out there as to whether or not you should be using products just for your neck and your décolleté. The theory is you should just be able to take everything down to your tatas. And you can, don't get me wrong, but on some level, for me, that doesn't really work because when I'm in kind of a breakout season or it's a warmer time of year, I can't really use super moisturizing, super hydrating things on my skin. So I feel like my neck and my chest are not getting the benefit, really what they need. Not to mention, I have had necklace lines for years and I want to deal with them now because they're only going to get worse. So I want things with really active ingredients to kind of combat that issue. About a month and a half ago, I picked up 2 new products from skintruth.com. I will link all the information down below. Use code Whitney20 for 20% off of most brands. But I made an order on there specifically looking for things for the neck and the chest. And I got these. These are the Sanitas Peptiderm neck and chest peel pads. And I really, really like these a lot. If you're someone like me who sunless tans, I know you couldn't tell right now. I told you I'm going on vacation in a few days, so I'm saving my spray tan until the day before we leave. So this is just me trying to get all the tan off. But anyway, if you're someone like me who sunless tans and exfoliating your skin prior to a tan is a really big step in like your self-care / body care routine, you're probably really going to like these. But I wouldn't recommend using them while you are freshly tanned or while you're trying to maintain that tan because these are so effective at exfoliating, it'll take your tan right off. But one thing I like about this, in conjunction with the other product I'll tell you in a minute, is I can tell a difference in person with my necklace lines. I feel like they are much lighter. Like I think towards the end of this package, like once it's almost gone, I might have a better understanding of how well they work. But so far I can tell a difference. And the actual skin itself, particularly my neck, feels so much softer and smoother. It's bananas. I just love this stuff. And then again, because it's so intensely exfoliating, it creates like a really good, well exfoliated base for your sunless tan when you go into that step, which I am definitely doing as a part of spring and summer. You guys ask me all the time what sunless tanner of choice is. It's Loving Tan. I've been using it for like 6 years. But in terms of this guy, this is the Skin Medica Neck Correct Cream. This is a newer product for them, and I love Skin Medica. It's just that they are so expensive. So I don't always have Skin Medica in my collection, but this might always be hanging around me because I love this as well. This is something that I'll just read on the back of it. It's supposed to help with helping the appearance of horizontal lines, wrinkles, crepey-like skin, and sagging of the neck triggered by aging, dehydration, and modern day living. Modern problems need a modern solution. I really like this stuff. It has peptides, green microalgae, lemon balm, and shiitake mushroom extracts to deeply hydrate and visibly lift, firm, and smooth. Again, I'm nowhere near done with this bottle. I've had it for quite some time and I can still feel there's a lot in here. but I am noticing differences. So when it comes to like summer favorites, spring favorites, my skin, my body skin gets a lot of attention. And these are some things that in terms of like really taking care of this area, I am thoroughly enjoying and I highly recommend. Like I said, this is newer from them, from Skin Medica, but this is forever and ever for me, I think. So next I want to talk to you guys about something I don't know if I've ever really spoken about on my channel before, and that is handbags. The good people at Teddy Blake reached out to me back in April and offered to send me a bag for review if I liked it, and I'm here to tell you that I do. Here's the thing with me and handbags. First of all, this one in general is... When I took this out of the packaging, like the unboxing process of getting this, like my kid was there with me when I did it, and I was just like I could not believe how, first of all, I felt just, thank you guys, very, very grateful for this gift, but I just couldn't believe how stunningly beautiful it is because it's just perfect. It's got such a good silhouette. This is like a classic bag, and I'm putting it in a particular spring and favorites video because I don't know if you're like me, but I switch my purses in the seasons. Fall and winter, it's all black bags, and in spring and summer, I tend to carry brown or nude, and I don't have like a perfect nude purse, and this is the perfect shade of nude for me. It's just beautiful. This is the Kate Vitello 12 inch, and Teddy Blake in general is a very interesting brand to me, and I'll tell you why. So when it comes to things like shoes and purses, I understand why a lot of people want to spend tons of like, you know, the $500 on shoes and like $3,000 on purses. I get it. Because one, they're usually like collector's items and they're beautiful and people want to flex. Like I understand. I'm not so much in that category anymore. I was not even that long ago, but I have kind of recalibrated my priorities and my perspective on things. And that is no longer something I want to participate in as an individual. No shade for people who do want to. However, it gets tricky because when it comes to shoes and purses and things like that, part of what you pay for when you spend that top dollar on them is quality. They're supposed to last you forever. So you're not constantly repurchasing and wasting and throwing away, which I think is good. I just, again, don't think I'm quite ready to spend that kind of money. So something like Teddy Blake, a brand like Teddy Blake, you guys just have to see this thing in person. Like, it's so stunningly beautiful. I think that while it's not the cheapest bag, you know, it's not like a $20 Target bag, it is still a much more reasonably priced bag that looks just designer as hell. Like, this bag looks like it costs way more than it does, in my opinion. And it's so sturdy and well made that I know it's going to last me for years and years and years. So it's that perfect combination of like more affordable. I consider this kind of affordable. Most of the bags I buy, I pay about $300 to $500 on. Not really willing to pay more, but $3 to $5, I'm fine with that because they last forever. But not compromising on the quality and the design. It's just such a cool brand. I'll link them all down below. Actually, I have a discount code. It's Whitney30. As far as I know, I'm not making any commission on that, but it is an opportunity for you guys to save some money. I do endorse these bags. Want more? Teddy Blake, if you want to give me some more, I will take them. Anyway, let's move on. So I want to talk about some makeup really quick. This is the NARS Laguna Bronzer. This bronzer has been around absolutely forever. In fact, it's probably one of the first high-end bronzers I ever purchased. But recently, I picked up a new one because I bought some bronzers in a recent Sephora haul, which I will link up here if you guys are interested. I have a lot of thoughts on them. I can do a video about my updated feelings about my hauled products if you want. Long story short, some of them are really not working for me. But I picked this up on a whim because I was like, oh, I just need a bronzer and I need something I know will work. And it's just been a long time since I used this and I kind of forgot how perfect it is. NARS has two bronzers. They have Laguna and Casino. Casino is if you are a much deeper complected than certainly I am right now, but a little bit deeper than I am when I'm tanned. This is good for like, I would say fair to medium toned skin. You can do this one. It's just the perfect kind of neutral, not too warm, not too red. It's got a little bit of shimmer in it, so it blends out really beautiful. I know this is not a new product. I mean, they have new packaging. I was kind of impressed by that. But in terms of summer favorites, oddly enough, who would have thought in 2021 that NARS Laguna would be my favorite bronzer? That is so old school. I'm obsessed. But I just thought I would share with you guys if you've never gotten around to picking it up or you kind of forgot how good this is. I'm here to spread the good word. Next is some more body care. This is the Boscia Peptide Youth Restore Firming Body Serum. I hate saying that word so much. I picked this up, I don't know, about a month and a half ago, maybe 2 months ago. And it just kind of hung out in my body care collection for a hot minute. I kept forgetting to use it, probably because this idea of it being a serum kind of solidified in my head as a step between, you know, getting out of the shower and putting on lotion. The same way we layer our skincare on our face, it's serum first, then moisturizer. So it kept getting kind of overlooked because I kept forgetting to use it. But now that I've been remembering to use it, I feel like this is a really nice product. Do you need a body serum in your life? No, don't be silly. But do you want one? Maybe. And if you want one, here's one you can pick up. I got this at Ulta. It comes out in this little container like this, kind of squeezes out like so. Like I said, I put it on before I do moisturizer, so you can tell it's definitely got that kind of serum-like texture to it. It feels so lightweight on the skin. So I guess you could even use this as just a plain old moisturizer during the summer if you kind of want something lighter and not so sticky or heavy, because it just absorbs so quickly and yet leaves the skin so soft. Like, I'm obsessed with having really soft, touchable skin. And now that this has been in my routine, I feel like the tone of my skin is a little bit more even, and it's even softer and glowier and more hydrated and well taken care of. And just, you guys know I love body care products, and I think this is great. I think we're going to see, and I've been talking about this for a while, and I actually have seen evidence of this. We're definitely going to see a lot more body care coming out in the beauty space and kind of it having its moment, which I am here for because I just love that kind of stuff. I have a shower routine. I will link down below if you guys want to see some of my favorite body care products. But yeah, this is up there. Another body care product. This is the Paula's Choice Skin Smoothing Retinol Body Treatment. I really like this stuff. In fact, Paula's Choice is one of the first skincare lines I ever used. And I talked about this back in like 2015, I think, 2016. As it was one of the first skincare product lines I've ever used where I was like, wow, this is actually changing my skin for the better. Prior to that, I felt like I was just constantly buying skincare and nothing was happening. Paula's Choice was the first brand that changed that for me and really got me to a place where I started paying more attention to ingredients, and I stopped buying things that had a lot of filler names on it. You know, I always joke that it's like when you see a product that's for skincare that says something like hydrating cloud dew serum whipped butter, like run screaming the other direction. You need to tell me what's in it. So this brand kind of got me on that, and this is the first body product for them I ever picked up. I've been kind of dabbling with using more kind of chemical exfoliants on the body since last fall, I think. I picked up a Glytone BHA body wash, and I have been slowly trying more and more chemical exfoliating types of products on my body ever since. And I can tell you, as someone who has been kind of doing like, you know, sunless tanning for years, exfoliation, again, is a huge part of that. And what I was using was just like those exfoliating gloves and like the Shea Sugar body scrub and calling it a day. It wasn't until I switched to something more chemical like retinols, BHA, AHA, things like that, that I started being like, wow, my skin was really crusty and dry before, and now it feels smooth and soft. And I really like this product. This one has such a noticeable, again, I use Sunless Tanner, so I can tell how much of a exfoliating factor any given product has to it based on how quickly it'll fade my tan. Like, there's products I just cannot use when I'm trying to keep my tan on because they will eat it away because it's exfoliating the skin, and this is one of them. The only downside to this, first of all, by the way, texture is really nice. It's got no added fragrance, so it's not something you're going to put on to, like, you know, smell good for your man. It's very to the point. It is a retinol for your body. The only downside to it is I feel like this is tiny. Like, Paula's Choice, I'm going to need you guys to come up with something a little bigger here because I don't even use this very often, again, because of the nature of how strong it is and my tan combination thing, but I'm already like almost out, and it was not cheap. It was like $35. So I love this. Perhaps I will just have to accept the price point. But, I mean, I will because it's so good. But other than that, that's my only complaint. Expensive for not a lot of product. You'll run through it really quick. But it is really good. What are you going to do? I cannot get over how pale I look in this camera right now. Next is kind of random. It's kind of random. But if you follow me on Instagram, which if you're not, you totally should, I shared with you guys in some more recent posts that I have converted back to a plant-based lifestyle. I'm hesitant to call myself vegan because it feels like such a declaration and like set in stone, and there's so many, I think, lifestyle factors that go in to be considered vegan, and I don't know kind of my position on a lot of them yet. I do know that I'm aiming to be more sustainable. I'm trying to consume less. I'm trying to consume less frequently. But in terms of like wearing that label, I don't know. I'm just scared to do it because if you don't know this about me, I was plant-based from 2016 to 2019. I stopped in 2019. I did make the intention and set the intention and say that I would go back to plant-based or veganism at some point. There was just some factors that were relevant to why I stopped doing it. Were they the best excuses or reasons in the world for stopping? Probably not, but I was just doing what I had to do at the time. And I never wanted to come out and talk about like why I'm no longer vegan or plant-based, because it just paints the whole movement and the diet and the lifestyle in a negative way. And I don't want to do that because in my opinion, plant-based and veganism for me is just the way that I like to eat. Like personally, when I eat, and this is kind of where I'm getting at this in terms of being a favorite. When I eat a lot of animal byproducts and animals in general, I don't feel good. That's actually what inspired me to go back to plant-based in April, because I just wasn't feeling good. And this becomes more prevalent to me and noticeable to me around my period. And I think it's because I'm ingesting all these hormones that come in meat and dairy and eggs and things like that. They have to put hormones in your in the animals that you eat because they need to make them as big as possible. That's just how it works. And I think I'm either really sensitive to it or I already have enough hormones in my body. I don't know what it is. But the second that I stopped eating meat, and this happened in 2016 when I stopped eating meat, which is why I stuck with it for so long, all of my negative symptoms with my period, with PMS, and just my mood and my health in general improves 100%. I've seen it happen again, and I've been enjoying it. I want to do videos around this. I know a lot of people have complicated feelings about this subject. I don't really care. Like, don't project on me. This is just how I feel and what works for me, and I'm enjoying it. But if you are plant curious and want to know more about the types of foods you can eat, I've talked before about a meatless Monday being a good option for everyone, period. We, particularly in the United States, just eat way too many animals. It's like we're trying to win a contest or something. It's out of control. So if you just want to get that under control, try new things, add more vegetables. Nothing bad's going to happen if you eat more vegetables. It's just not a thing. I would love to make content about that. But all that being said, the point that I'm trying to make is if you are interested in trying some plant-based food, I highly recommend this cookbook. This is one of the first vegan cookbooks I ever bought back in 2016. Well, I bought the digital version in 2016, and then my good friend Laura, hey girl, bought me the actual physical copy like a year and a half ago. And I've been obviously going back through it and making a lot of my favorite recipes again, and everything in this book is hot fire flames. And if you like a lot of like spicy food in particular, like there's curries, there's Mexican food in here, there's lots of like that kind of stuff, noodles, just delicious food you probably already liked but veganized. I just think that this cookbook and the subsequent ones to follow this one are great places to start. Side note, they have rebranded from Thug Kitchen to Bad Manners. So anytime you find a book that has Bad Manners, it's the same thing as this one, because I don't want you guys to go looking for this one and be like, what the F? I can't find it. It is Bad Manners now. But if you guys are interested in going a little more plant forward, this is such a good place to start. And if you want some plant-based content, please let me know. I'll be happy to make it. So my last spring/summer favorite is the Tom Ford Soleil Blanc Shimmering Body Oil. I love body oils. I love body oils and body luminizers in the spring and summer. But in terms of the ones I own now, this is my favorite because it's kind of clear. The other ones that I have a little bit of a luminizer in it. So when I'm super pale like I am right now, I can't really wear it because you'd very clearly be able to see like the pigment. but this one is basically clear with glitter in it, so you can't. But I love this one because it smells like the freaking beach, man. Like, it literally, like, I can close my eyes and I am there. I will be there in a few days. I'm so excited. It just takes me away, quite frankly. And it is super expensive, but it's one of those things that if you're super into beauty and you're kind of like a collector, if you will, of these types of things, I think it's just something inevitably people kind of pick up at some point. You either love it or you hate it. I love it. I feel like it's something I will pick up every summer. I put it on my legs, I put it on my chest, put it on my arms, and once again, it has that beautiful, hydrating, glowy effect that all body oils have, but the smell, it lingers, and it smells like the freaking beach. It's amazing. Highly recommend it. Okay, guys, there's actually several more things sitting in front of me that I intended to talk about today, but I feel like this video has gone long enough, so looks like I need to do another favorites video very soon. As always, thank you to the patrons. As I said at the top of the video, I am doing a book club poll over there. I recently did another YouTube video over here about books. So if you guys are watching me and you like to read or want to read more, please start watching my book content because I like making it. It would just be great if you guys would watch it. If you guys are having an amazing day, check the down bar for links on my social media platforms. Thumbs up the video if you enjoy it. Subscribe if you are new here, and I will check you in the next one.